You've been manipulated today, probably more than once. And the wild part? You didn't just miss it, you enjoyed it. There's this thing companies do. It's not illegal, it's not even hidden. And once you see it, you genuinely cannot unsee it. It's called the decoy effect, and it is sneaky in a way that should make you a little mad. Okay, so let's say you walk into a movie theater. Popcorn counter. 3 sizes, small, $4, medium, $7, large, $8. Your brain does this thing where it starts comparing them, and suddenly the large looks like a steal, right? Like, why would I get the medium when the large is just $1 more? So you grab the large. You feel smart about it. But here's the thing, that medium. It was never meant for you to buy it. It was put there specifically to make the large look like a bargain. That's the decoy. So what's actually happening here psychologically? Humans are terrible at evaluating things in a vacuum. We don't think in absolutes.
Nope.
We think in comparisons. Ask me if $8 is a fair price for popcorn. I have no idea. But ask me if it's better than $7 for something smaller. Now I have an answer, and I feel confident about it. The decoy effect works by introducing a third option, one that's deliberately inferior, not to be chosen, but to reframe the option you actually want me to pick. Economists call the decoy the asymmetrically dominated option. It's dominated because it's worse than at least one other choice, but it shifts how everything else feels. Here's a real-world version that blew my mind when I first read about it. Dan Ariely, behavioral economist, wrote Predictably Irrational, ran an experiment with the Economist subscription options. They offered 3 plans: online only, $59, print only, $125, print plus online, $125, same price for print only and print plus online. Clearly, nobody picks print only, right? It's objectively worse. But when Ariely removed the print-only option entirely and just left 2 choices, $59 or $125, people overwhelmingly chose the cheaper one. Add the decoy back in. Suddenly, 84% went for the $125 bundle. Same product, same price, different choice, just because of what was next to it. And okay, I want to sit with that for a second. Because what this is really saying is, your decisions aren't just yours. They're constructed by whoever designed the options around you. That's a weird thing to sit with. You think you're choosing. You feel like you're choosing. But the architect of the menu is already 10 steps ahead. And this isn't just popcorn and magazine subscriptions. This is everywhere. Streaming services do it. Airlines definitely do it. That middle seat pricing is criminal. Phone plans, gym memberships, SaaS pricing pages, literally every 3-tier pricing structure you've ever seen is running this same playbook. You know that most popular badge on the middle tier? Yeah, that's the one they want you to buy. The expensive one is the decoy, making it look reasonable. The cheap one is the decoy, making it look like an upgrade. The middle option is the destination. Everything else is set design. What's wild is this isn't controversial in marketing. It's just known, used, taught in business schools. There's research out of Duke University showing the decoy effect works even when people are told about it beforehand. Like, you can explain the whole trick, and people still fall for it. Because knowing about a bias doesn't automatically override it. That's the part that kind of humbles you. Joel Huber, who actually coined the term in 1982, found that adding a worse option didn't just shift preference. It increased the likelihood of purchase altogether. The decoy makes you more decisive. Feels like a win. Usually isn't. And you might be thinking, okay, but I'm pretty aware. I'd notice this. Maybe? But here's the thing. The decoy isn't trying to trick your conscious brain. It's working on the part of you that's just trying to make a good enough decision quickly. Decision fatigue is real. Comparison is cognitively easier than evaluation, and companies know that. They're not hoping you're dumb. They're banking on you being busy and human. That's honestly what bothers me most about it. Personally, I think the decoy effect says something uncomfortable about how we define rational. We like to think we're logical buyers, research, compare, decide, but most of the time we're just responding to whatever frame we were handed. And I don't think that makes us weak or stupid. I think it just means the playing field isn't as level as we assume. So next time you're looking at a menu, a pricing page, a Netflix plan, and one option just feels weirdly, obviously wrong, don't skip past it. Look at it. Because it's not there by accident. It's there to make you feel smart about picking something else. I hope this video helped you and enjoy it. God bless you all.